I remember the first time I started noticing something was off. It wasn't an instant realization. It crept up on me. One evening, I was sitting on the couch, trying to read a book. It wasn't a new book. I'd read it several times before, but that night, something felt different. The words blurred, and I had to squint. At first, I thought it was just the lighting, or maybe I hadn't gotten enough sleep the night before. So I brushed it off. But then, it happened again. And again. It was subtle at first, almost imperceptible, but it was there. Something was starting to slip away, and it was my ability to see clearly. It's funny how we take something as simple as our vision for granted. Until one day, it begins to fade, little by little. Until one day, you realize it's gone. I kept telling myself it wasn't a big deal. Everyone gets older, right? But deep down, I knew I had to do something. I just didn't know where to start. That was when I started looking for answers, not just answers for myself, but for everyone else who might be going through the same thing. I wanted to understand what was happening to my eyes. I turned to the experts, read all I could find, and slowly began to piece things together. And let me tell you, there was something I had never expected to discover. Something I'd overlooked for years. The foods we eat or don't eat can actually determine whether we maintain clear vision or not. And the truth hit me like a wave. I had been unknowingly contributing to my own eye problems without even realizing it. I wasn't just getting older. I was living with habits that were actively harming my eyes. As I learned more, it dawned on me that the real enemy wasn't time, wasn't age, and it wasn't even my family's history of poor vision. The true villain was my lifestyle. What I ate, or rather what I didn't eat, was the silent saboteur of my vision. So what exactly was happening inside my body that was making my eyes suffer? I began to understand the mechanisms that were at play. It wasn't just one thing. It was a combination of factors, some of which I had control over and others I didn't. The first thing I learned was that my eyes were under attack by inflammation. Inflammation in the eye tissue, particularly in the retina, was one of the leading causes of vision deterioration. And inflammation wasn't the only thing I had to worry about. Dry eyes were another enemy I hadn't even considered. I always thought dry eyes were just an inconvenience, something that happens after long hours at the computer or in air-conditioned rooms. But as it turns out, it was more than that. Dry eyes could be a precursor to other, much more serious vision problems. What really surprised me was learning about macular degeneration, a condition that affects millions of people over 60. It's the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults. The macula, the part of the retina that controls central vision, starts to deteriorate, and once that happens, there's no reversing it. As I read, I learned that early prevention is key. If I wanted to protect my vision, I couldn't just wait until it was too late. But here's where things started to take a turn, and not in the direction I expected. The more I learned, the more I discovered that the solution wasn't buried in some expensive, complicated medical treatment. It was right there, within my reach, and I had completely overlooked it. Seafood. I'm not talking about just any seafood. I'm talking about the kinds of seafood that are rich in powerful nutrients that actively fight against the issues causing vision problems. It turns out there are certain nutrients, and omega-3 fatty acids in particular, that have the power to protect the retina, reduce inflammation, and even prevent macular degeneration. It was like a light bulb went off in my head. All along, the solution had been sitting there in plain sight. I had heard about omega-3s before, but I had never realized how crucial they were for maintaining good eye health. You can find omega-3s in oily fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fatty acids, EPA and DHA, help keep the retina healthy. They reduce the risk of dry eyes, protect the retina from damage, and even reduce the chances of developing macular degeneration. But omega-3s weren't the only thing that could save me. I also learned about vitamin I had always associated with skin health, but never realized was so critical for eye health. Vitamin A is essential for producing rhodopsin, a protein in your eyes that helps you see in low light. Without enough of it, night blindness becomes a real possibility. I started thinking about my own difficulty driving at night. Could it have been because my vitamin A levels were low? And then there was zinc, a mineral that was key to making vitamin A work even better in my eyes. It helps improve night vision, and it plays an essential role in protecting the retina. It was like a perfect storm of nutrients that I was completely missing in my diet. I began to realize that shellfish, particularly oysters, crab, and lobster, were rich in zinc, and they could help improve my eye health. Zinc helped vitamin A do its job, and together, they were working to improve my vision. But the most shocking part? I discovered that my eyes were constantly being attacked by oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is caused by free radicals that damage the eye tissues over time, contributing to aging and vision deterioration. But here's the twist. Antioxidants like astaxanthin, found in shrimp and salmon, and selenium, found in oysters and other seafood, help protect my eyes from that damage. It was like the antioxidants were on a mission to protect my eyes from the environmental and aging factors that I couldn't control. I stood there in my kitchen, staring at the seafood on my counter, realizing that I had stumbled upon the most effective, yet simple, solution to preserve my vision. And what's even better, it didn't require a prescription, expensive treatments, or surgery. It was a matter of changing my diet. I decided then and there that I would incorporate seafood into my meals every week. If I could reverse the damage, or at the very least prevent further deterioration, I would do it. I needed to start taking my health seriously before it was too late. But here's the catch. Don't wait for the warning signs. Don't wait for your vision to start blurring or for those nighttime struggles to become unbearable. Don't wait for your retina to start deteriorating. Start now. The sooner you take action, the better. That's why I've put together a Seafood for Healthy Eyes weekly meal plan. It's a simple, delicious way to ensure you're getting the nutrients your eyes need to stay sharp, healthy, and clear for years to come. Don't wait until the signs of vision loss start showing up. Don't wait for dry eyes, night blindness, or blurry vision to take over your life. Start taking care of your eyes today with the power of seafood, because your vision is too important to lose. This isn't just another meal plan. This is your emergency response to deteriorating vision, a battle cry to preserve your eyesight. Every single meal on this plan is designed to protect and nourish your eyes. If you want to keep your vision sharp, don't skip a single day. You have the power to change the trajectory of your eye health, but only if you follow through with this plan, meal after meal. Take action now, and don't let poor eyesight sneak up on you. Your eyes deserve it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, Unlimited Realities, for more content on your body and you. Drop a comment below if you've experienced changes after improving your diet. We'd love to hear your story. Thank you for watching.